Incorporated.
I need to update that a little bit because currently I'm the Vice President of Black Years Crew Incorporated and the Vice President of the Colonial Seaport Foundation also. But we're not here for that today. We're here to talk about how to teach you guys how to sell me. So what I want to do is go through and give you an understanding of how Pernell Taylor Consulting can help businesses navigate the sea of technology. One way I do that is with every one of you that's here in this room. All of you I've tried to work with and to bring in the different opportunities that I have because technology goes beyond just a couple of computers. Specifically, the power team that I work with is Dimitri, Robin Hood of Internettingham, who's swimming out there in the sea of technology, and Frank Stewart of Whole Grain Design, and we've worked very closely together on several different projects. Now, a little history, which you might have also heard from Dennis's wonderful job of introducing me. I've got about 30 years of experience in information technology. I developed one of the first 3 remote network management solutions in the country. I designed a disaster recovery system for the Library of Congress, and I've installed blade servers, virtual blade servers, and I love when you said virtual offices, in medical centers from California to Boston. 2011, some of the accomplishments that we've had this year, we set up a self-storage company, Jackrabbit Self-Storage, to take online credit cards for their customers. So their customers can now log in. They have 11 sites around Hampton Roads. Their clients can log in and find out the status of their account, how much money they owe, and make their payments right online, which is the first time they've been able to do that. Deployed wireless network extensions to Denver, Colorado, and Arlington, Virginia from Williamsburg, Virginia. It was pretty nice because we didn't have to travel to Denver and up to Arlington. All we did was ship the access points up there, and I managed those access points right from Williamsburg. I provide backup service to CMB Technology over in Portsmouth using network attached storage devices. How many of you heard of file servers before? You know what a file server is? A file server is a box that provides everybody with storage, but a file server requires a great deal of administrative support. You have to work on that file server constantly. It's a great opportunity for guys like me to make money. I don't work that way, unfortunately, which is probably a bad business choice of mine, but I like to take care of the clients. And using a product called a network attached storage device, you can implement storage at a customer's office that all of their users can access and doesn't require daily Microsoft updates. So it's a much more cost-effective means of managing your storage. I also manage the email accounts for Black Years Crew and the Colonial Seaport Foundation. Initiatives that I've had this year in working with my power team was to set up Avast antivirus, and you might have heard me mention Avast. Avast is an antivirus product which is now available on my website for sale. So I'm going to show you something in a couple of minutes, and then you'll understand the value of using antivirus product. Adren Software NetCrunch is a network monitoring solution which I've deployed for Bayport Credit Union, which allows them to monitor over 1,500 network devices, computers, printers, routers, switches, and so they can get alerts to all of their staff to find out when something is breaking. We've done wireless deployments remotely, and Pernell Taylor Consulting now accepts Visa, MasterCard, and American Express thanks to BB and Pern. I like to talk about best practices. A lot of people think that, oh, I just need to get some antivirus, or, oh, I just need a firewall. With technology changing as rapidly as it has been over the past 2 years, you need more than that. You need a layered approach, kind of like an onion for protecting yourself or your business. I prefer to use, at a minimum, 2 different things. One is the Netgear Unified Threat Manager, which is this box right here. I've got 15 of those deployed in Hampton Roads. And what it allows me to do is monitor and scan any of the traffic going in and out of a customer's network for malware or viruses before it ever reaches the network. So that's an added layer of protection. And then using Avast. We can use that on your desktop in order to make sure that it doesn't get infected. The best customers I have right now is Jackrabbit Self Storage. I manage 11 sites, technology with VPN across the internet using COTS. National Center for State Courts. They're out of Williamsburg, Virginia. They got offices in Arlington, Capitol Hill, and Denver, Colorado. And for them, I manage over 200 phones that are voice over IP phones across the wide area network. Also manage all their antivirus. And currently working on their wireless distribution. Peninsula Foot and Ankle Specialists are up in Newport News and Hampton. We've got 3 sites for them where we've got them set up using Unified Threat Managers. And ever since we've deployed those, they haven't had any infections on any of their machines. They have about 20 machines now in those 3 sites. Triggers. How can you start a conversation that will lead to a mention of me or my profession? I've given you a handout that also includes these. And one way is to ask, would you like to have a really great IT guy on your staff that can't afford him? Oh, by the way, he's a pirate. And I think that Dimitri's actually used that line. Do you use the internet? How many of you use the internet here? Anyone that says they don't is a liar. Do your fellow employees ever complain about the performance of the internet? You ask that to people that you know. I hear it all the time. My internet's so slow. And it may be the internet or it may be their computer. And it takes a little bit of work to figure out the difference between those two. What you should be listening for is someone saying, we need a new IT guy that doesn't have to come on site to fix problems. He can dial in remotely and take care of issues that come up. I've been pretty successful about 85% of the time with being able to correct issues remotely without ever having to travel on site. I keep the laptop that you see here in my truck with internet access, so I have access to all my customer sites whenever they call. Our network is always giving us problems. We always have trouble accessing the internet, or my email is always giving me problems. So I want you to do a couple of things. If you haven't already, go out to facebook.com/PT Consulting and like my page. And keep track. On the Facebook page, what I do is try to keep a list of projects and photographs of things I'm doing, cleaning up people's PCs, building networks, so that you can get a feel for what's going on so you can check it out. Now, I want to show you something here. What are we on time? Minute and a half. All right. What I have up here is my email. I use a product called Thunderbird for email. You'll see this email that has come in. I have 9 email accounts, one of which is strictly there to collect spam from places so I can keep an eye on it. And I want to kind of give you an idea of what you should be doing when you're looking at email. How many of you use PayPal? No one here uses PayPal? We've got a couple of PayPal people. You ever gotten an email from PayPal that just didn't look quite right? If you look at this email that I got, which says it's from PayPal, and if you look at the source of the email, right up here it says from PayPal.com, which that's legitimate. But you read through it, and right in the middle of it, it says, this is the last call to connect to PayPal, as possible. Misspellings in an email from a company like that is a first indication that it's not really from that company. And what they'll do, pirates will embed links inside their emails which allow you to access your account. Now before clicking on that, if I point at it, and I notice down here on the tray, it actually says astrouser.com, not PayPal. So if you get an email from someone that just doesn't, even if it looks right, because I've seen some that look really legit, you just don't click on the links. Just point at the links, and somewhere on your email client, it will show you what that address is. And a lot of times what they'll do is they will include the name somewhere in there, like PayPal. It'll be astrousa.com/PayPal. A lot of people don't realize. They think, oh, well, it must be PayPal. If it doesn't say PayPal.com, it's likely not to be legit. So that's just one way that pirates have of trying to get your attention and take advantage of it. And so I'm done. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next time.